from Tokyo to Kyushu often hear an Australian accent while waiting for their next bullet train. Their voice is that of Australian actor Donna Burke, who's been heard over the intercom on this route for the last 20 years. Here's an example of one of Donna's iconic messages.
This is the Nozomi Super Express, bound for the Tokyo Australian Embassy. To mark this year's National Railway Day, we're wishing the Shinkansen a very happy 60th birthday. We look forward to many more years of sustainable, high-speed travel.
And Donna Burke joins us now from Tokyo. Donna, g'day. What's it like hearing your voice?
Weird, but yeah, because it's not my real voice. I don't talk like that in real life.
Right, so it's a kind of character. So how does an Aussie end up living in Japan for so long? You've been there since '96.
I think I got a little bit bored being a high school teacher, and then when I got here, I was old enough and smart enough at the age of 30 to realise I was on a really good gig because there was hardly any competition for any roles. And so I had a 1 in 5 chance of getting anything. So, I've been very lucky to be in some really cool projects.
And so how did you come across this announcing gig?
I think in Japan you can belong to heaps of agencies. It's not like in other countries where you have just one agent. So I got lots of calls, you should go to audition, you should go and audition. And I auditioned. And because of my excellent skill in mimicking all of my teachers growing up, I nailed it. I nailed imitating the lady before. So, yeah, that was how I got it.
Yeah, and so, what was that initial voice you were going for with your delivery?
Well, I was imitating a British woman who was a British voice, but the woman who was doing it was Canadian, and her intonation was really weird to me. And I was like, can't we do it ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shinkansen. They're like, no, you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shinkansen. This is a Nozomi Super. And I was like, okay. And I did the voice the way they wanted to. And then 2 years later, I decided they had to do the whole thing again. I thought, they won't know if it's a British voice. And so I did posh Aussie.
So you just snuck that in?
Totally snuck it in, and no one picked it up. There was no native English speakers in the studio, so all the Japanese were like, "Oh, that's excellent, wonderful."
So that's pretty cool, being able to put your own personal touch on it. So, and I understand you were discouraged early on from identifying that you were Australian.
Yes, the Anzac biscuits that I brought were just biscuits. By the time I'd got in, they're like, this is. They still think it's British English, and because they probably told them I was British. Well, basically, I probably said I was educated in a British system, just crossing my fingers, thinking, yes, Mrs. Silbert, who was English. Technically, I could say I was educated in the British. I was educated in Perth.
Right, and so they didn't want a Crocodile Dundee style.
That's it. Everyone thought, 25 years ago, that Australians all spoke like Paul Hogan, and they were very worried when their kids went for a 2-week homestay that they'd come back talking like this and And I'm sorry for your viewers who actually talk like this. There's nothing wrong with that. I've got family members who talk like that.
And it's a beautiful thing. So do you record them every year now for the train system or not?
I record updates. So when they invented terrorism on the Shinkansen, I did please be aware of suspicious activities. And when they invented Wi-Fi, and when they invented foreign tourists with huge suitcases. So now my announcements just go for minutes.
Right.
So many things to communicate.
And has your delivery changed over the years with these updates, or you're still kind of posh Aussie?
Oh, totally posh Aussie. And also they play my voice from before, and I have to mimic myself,
right,
which is easy. But when I had to, about 10 years ago, when they invented climate change, like inundation, this train has stopped due to rain inundation, due to typhoon, due to tornado. I said, can I make it less smiley and sort of a little bit more serious? And they let me have that one.
Right. And what train lines is it on?
If you travel from Tokyo to Nagoya, Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima, all the way down to Kyushu, that's me.
And so when you've got family members who come over, do you take them on that train and say, that's me?
No, because I don't get free tickets. But I did take my mum on the Shinkansen, and she went viral in Japan in 2019. That was so cool. And the Japanese just loved that. Basically, I was living their dream of, like, every child wants their mother or father to be like, oh, I'm so proud of you. So that was very exciting for both of us.
Oh, that's beautiful. And what other gigs? So you only get the opportunity to do kind of updates with the Shinkansen now. So what other gigs have you got there?
Well, maybe some Aussies have heard me warn about earthquakes. And when my twin brother was over on New Year's Day, he heard me say, earthquake, earthquake. And I also heard myself on New Year's Day. There was a big earthquake, and I stood up, and everyone's phones was shouting my voice. And instead of looking for a safe place in my house, I was like, "That's my voice. That's my voice." So yeah, luckily I survived it. But maybe the last sound you could hear would be me warning you.
And so through what organisation is that? And that kind of goes all around the country, does it?
It does.
Wow.
Yeah, because after the huge earthquake in 2011, there were heaps of tourists who were stranded on ski lifts and in trains. All the announcements were in Japanese, and the Japanese government realised that they needed to have something for warning tourists, so that's why they asked me, the Shinky lady, to do it.
Shinky lady. And
that voice
you do
is just a gift that keeps on giving.
You do a bit of singing as well?
Yes, if you were a geek, you would know who I am, Joe. You would be absolutely freaking out at meeting someone who sings on your favourite video games, but clearly you're not. And
no,
no offense.
I'm a bit old for
I don't play the melody.
I'm a bit old for the video game generation. And yeah, so what do you love about the place? Because so many Aussies are travelling to Japan now, and so many are coming back and raving about it. What do you love about the place that's kept you there so long?
I love that it's in the same time zone as Australia, so I always feel connected. I love the people, the safety as a woman. I can walk anywhere. I love the food, so many varieties of food. And I just love the shared sense of politeness that everyone's always thinking of not disturbing anyone else. It's a great place to live. It really is. And it's so affordable now. When I first came, no one visited me because it was so expensive, but now it's so affordable.
Yeah, that's what so many people say. The politeness of the people over there is remarkable, and it just makes for such a wonderful experience. And is your mum coming back anytime soon?
No plans, but if she does, she'll probably go viral again because she was a big hit.
Good. Okay, it's been so cool having a chat to you, Shinky lady, and looking forward to getting over there at some stage and going on one of those bullet trains and hearing your announcements.
Thanks, mate.
Donna Burke there in Tokyo.